Welcome to episode 8 of Ringside Savages RSS. I'm your boy Giuseppe, aka the B-Tech Roman Reigns, soon to be recognised as the tribal chief of all wrestling podcasts, and soon to be recognised as the king of the quiz. And new, bring in my boy Timmy.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. One's in the sky.
New
One's in the sky.
United States champion Giuseppe. And on my right, we have...
It's your boy Mike, a.k.a. Mike Henry, a.k.a. Sexual Chocolate. And I'm here to get cancelled. me and Kanye are on the same wavelength. Me and Kanye gonna make up a tag team called Ye and May. There we go.
And next to...
Shut your bitch ass up.
Screw you, Toby. Look at the belt.
Toby does not acknowledge the tribal chief.
Acknowledge me.
Stevenage. Acknowledge me.
RSS podcast listeners and viewers. Acknowledge me.
Shut your bitch ass up. It's your boy Tobi Tame, aka the Heartbreak Guy, aka Mr. Steal Your Girl, aka Never Been With a Baddie. If you see me on the street, acknowledge your daddy. TKN, and PS Giuseppe's a bitch.
That sounds a bit salty.
Oh, wow.
You know?
It's going to be heated.
Is it because your brother betrayed you for the real tribal chief?
Oh,
Because
wow.
there's no loyalty in RSS.
Oh, no.
Timmy, you're a bitch too.
Oh, wow. Oh, the brother. He's just going for the brother now. He's like,
You're-
don't have it, Timmy. Come and bang him.
You're a bitch too.
I'm just saying, if it was me, yeah, I'll bang him.
Everyone saw what happened before the podcast started, mate. So I wouldn't be calling him a bitch.
The master lock. Oh, the hurt lock, sorry.
But-
We'll see how you get home later.
But today's a special one, as you can tell. There's an extra mic, and there's not this mic, this mic. There's an extra one, and we got another guest today. Introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah. So I'll just go by Usman, but you can call me Muslim Usman.
Hey.
No, yeah, just come to join
Muslim.
That's gonna catch on. Yeah,
Muslim.
Thank you. Yeah, so I just joined the RSS lads today to talk about some bits and bobs, eh?
Some wrestling.
Wrestling.
So we got the standard
Sports
question.
entertainment.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
We got the standard question to start the podcast.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite of all time?
So
Why?
I'll answer this, but first of all, I'll say Bismillah, fuck New Japan, okay?
New Japan's in the mud.
I'm bringing the most toxic energy to this podcast. I'm going to say some things.
Wait.
Woke agenda.
So favourite of all time, it's a cliche one because, you know, The Undertaker's probably most people's favourite. So I would probably just say up there would be Taker for me, purely because first wrestling match I remember seeing to memory was the Hell in a Cell with him and Shawn Michaels. That's the one that I remember.
1997.
Bad Blood, Kane's debut.
Oh my
I
God,
was-
it's Kane.
Funnily, I was in Saudi Arabia when I saw that, and it was played on a rerun. I was in Saudi in about 99 with family, and they were playing an old... I'd never seen wrestling or anything, but they had a replay going on for an old pay-per-view, I guess. And I just seen Kane come out, and I was like, oh, man, what's going on here? I mean, watch the whole match. The whole match was obviously like, oh, my God, there's blood and whatever. And then Kane comes out with Paul Bearer. Obviously, I didn't know who they were at first. And I was like, wow, I was hooked onto the telly. And then my mum caught on that me and my brother was watching it. So she's like, no, turn it off. So that was kind of that. But yeah, that was my first memory of wrestling. So Taker would be up there. I've got like a top 5, but we can go into that later on. Do you know what I mean? So.
That's good. At least it ain't someone like Rene Dupree or some shit like that.
Hey, do you know what? Those French boys, do you know what I mean? They were decent, you know?
Hey,
They
Resistance.
do you know what I mean? La Resistance, do you know what I mean? They were hard.
You know what? You know what though? Based on Usman's answer, I think you should replace Giuseppe, man.
Okay, all right. So just for my own knowledge, just go around the room. So your favourite?
Rene Dupree,
Okay,
the GOAT.
Okay, all right. I was expecting that. Go on.
I'll say officially Rey Mysterio.
Okay, all right.
I'd say officially Edge.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the
no,
rated R
Edge
superstar.
is a good answer. Do you know what I mean? Why Rene Dupree?
You know what it was?
Was that a serious answer, or did you mean like the guy?
Why does
that
every
plays...
guest say this to me?
No, I meant like the guy that plays Rene Dupree. He might have been someone else in the Indies before or whatever. that you
Nah.
might
So
follow.
basically,
I don't know. So.
back when I was watching Ruthless Aggression era, I was watching Rene Dupree and John Cena's rivalry in it. I thought this guy's a sick heel. He had the theme song, he had the build, and he had the entrance. I feel like they dropped the title on him too. He was youngest United's tag team champion at the time. He was 19.
Yeah.
That's a sick accomplishment. When I was 19, I barely ate, so yeah. It's one of them.
And you were 19, you were fighting against
But real question. This is a serious question.
I was just saying, when he was 19, he was fighting against Nathan Redmond to get bitches. And losing.
Bleep that.
No, but it was a triple threat match, and Reggie got involved.
This is
It
behind.
was like, you know when they beat each other up and then the guy comes in and just steals it right at the end.
This is behind the scene disgust. Okay, let's
know
just,
Anything goes.
Anything goes. I've got an honest question for you, Toby, and I don't want you to think this is a dig or anything like that, but has Rene Dupree ever won a singles match?
Hey.
Oh,
hey.
whoa.
Get him back, get him back.
Oh. It's okay.
That's why I'm standing in the middle to stop these guys
Yeah.
from having a fight. Something meat on meat.
Fight night.
Yeah.
Hey,
And the
Giuseppe.
answer is no.
Hey, Giuseppe, shut up.
Actually, no, Rene Dupree must have won a singles match.
I don't know.
He must have, because Lawrence Distance was doing bits like for a little while, and then The Rock came out and just buried them. Do you know what I mean? Like these Fifi guys or whatever he said to them. Do you know what I mean? And then that was about it. After that, I think kind of went downhill for your boy.
Well, Giuseppe, have you ever met your favorite wrestler before? No, so shut the fuck up.
Hey, listen,
Hold on,
if
hold
I
on.
ever
Do
meet...
you only like Rene Dupree because you met him?
No. I've been a fan. I only met him 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Right.
I'm just going to say, because he just dissed all of us.
Yeah.
Because you've never met Rey Mysterio.
You don't know that.
Have you ever met Rey Mysterio?
Of course not.
And have you ever met The Undertaker?
No, of course not. No, I'd love to, but
But bearing in mind, my second favourite is Roman Reigns.
Have you ever met
you
him?
met Roman?
Meet him every time I look in the mirror.
Oh my.
But just the B-Tech version. That was...
We won
What
Usman.
we basically
Usman.
just said is, when you're with your girl, she thinks of Roman instead of you. That's literally what you just said.
It works. It works.
Do you know what? I mean, look, listen, whatever floats your boat, mate. You know what I mean?
No,
If my girl told me
don't
she
judge.
thinks of Mark Henry whenever we make love, I'll be a bit skeptical about everything.
You know what, yeah?
question certain things. You know what I mean?
You know what? This just shows that Giuseppe's got a tiny balls and an even smaller Uzi.
Hey, listen, you're not very
no.
oozy without no belt. Yeah?
Oh, he's got a point there now, Tom. He's got a point there now. He's got the belt, you know. He won the 24/7 United States Championship right before the podcast, you know what I mean? So, actually, you technically stole the belt. I mean, I'm not going to ruin that anyway, so.
It's like they've seen it by the time they've seen
All right,
this.
fair enough. Okay, that's
Possibly.
fine. Yeah, so you stole the belt, really. I mean, I was the ref and I just came and stopped it. I wasn't expecting you to
Yeah,
run
the
off with the
referee
belt.
did.
do you know what I mean?
No, he
The
tapped,
referee-
he tapped.
Fair enough. He did tap.
The referee
Yeah.
didn't ring the bell.
Listen, it doesn't matter. We
You
make
did
the
tap.
rules.
It's on camera now. I can't really
RSS,
say
you should
anything.
know. In RSS, there is no rules. There is no loyalty.
Rules are.
Go on, hurry off the fucking balcony then.
We're just biding our time before we get cancelled. All right?
That would never happen.
That would
Never
never happen.
That would never happen.
We can't be cancelled.
America
But
loves
yeah.
us too much.
But we could speak about some of the new stuff going on as well, man. What's your thoughts on this Bray Wyatt return and that, man? And all these pro.
Love it. I was on holiday when Extreme Rules was on.
Just a little bit there.
Sorry. And so I was out in Turkey, obviously, mashallah, out in Turkey and that with the brothers, the Akis and that. And so it was on obviously a ridiculous time or whatever as usual. And my WWE app stream just wouldn't hold up. So I actually turned it off, went to bed, woke up in the morning early. I was like, I'm not gonna go on Instagram, I'm not gonna do nothing, I wanna see this. And watched that whole last match, the Seth Rollins and Riddle match. Which was a very fucking good match, by the way. I don't care what people say. That was a good match, yeah. And as soon as the lights went off, I was like, if fucking Bad Bunny comes out right now, I swear to God, I'm gonna fling this phone so far into the fucking Black Sea. It's gonna be hilarious. But yeah, Bray Wyatt come out, loved it, loved the reveal. His promos have been slow burn since he's come back. I like it.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm not so sure about is the whole Uncle Howdy thing. Yeah, it kind of feels like, well, he's known to do characters like he did Vince with the puppet and stuff like that. But yeah, I digress. But yeah, it's the whole mask. It kind of felt Sister Abigail-ish. Again, remember when they did the Sister Abigail thing, and he was wearing the garb and all that, and I thought, please don't go in that direction again, because that was terrible. It wasn't good. So I'm holding out hope for this, and I love Bray Wyatt. I think he's the best thing that's happened to wrestling, and even when he was active, like the Fiend and stuff, his character development was great. His early Bray Wyatt, when he just come up with the Wyatt family, where his promos were fantastic. Amazing. Oh my god! I mean, a lot of it went over people's heads. It probably went over my head as well, but it's just the way he rolls off the tongue.
I think I'm going to give this one faith, because I think it's a new era that we're in. Yeah. Obviously, the Triple H era now. Yeah. It's different. It's like, for example, the latest news is that Sami Zayn's storyline with the bloodline, that should have ended by now. But because it's been so good and so popular, they've scrapped it, the thing for now. They've put it on the back burner and they're letting it play out. Yeah. That would have never happened under Vince.
No, he would have just cut the cord on it.
They would have, because the more this goes on, the more heelish and more of a baby face Sami Zayn will be when it all...
And when they turn on him, which it will happen, that, wherever they do it, that is just going to give you the most heat ever. Like Jey Uso, all the Usos heats.
Because I think it's going to be, I think Jey Uso, I think they're going to switch it now where Jey Uso actually starts getting on with him. I think they might do that now.
For a little while, I think that's what they're going to do, just because he wants to keep Roman happy.
And then I think it's going to be like Solo that ends up being the one that bangs him or something.
You reckon,
like,
Okay.
Someone, I don't know what's going to happen, but... I'm
enjoying the ride.
I'm surprised I haven't changed Solo Sikoa's name yet. They don't need to, but I was surprised I haven't, just for storyline purposes.
They own it also.
Sikoa's their real name, right? Sikoa, is that their family name? Or is it Anoa'i? Which one is it? Which one's Usos? Like Rikishi's... Like,
I'm not actually sure.
I mean, fair enough. I thought Sikoa was their like actual last name, like Jay and Jimmy's or whatever their names are. Yeah,
I think you might be right.
Yeah, so that's what I assumed anyway. I haven't really done the research on that one, but I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's really cool.
No, I think they're all good, but like this, back to the Bray Wyatt stuff. I think as well with that, his promos as well have been wicked, man. And I want your take on his entrance music, because me and Tobi are fans. Me and Tobi like the music. Die for me, brother.
I like the song because Code Orange is the same band that did the original Wyatt family theme, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Was it? It was Mark Ronson and the thingies.
Mark Ronson's the guy who did Valerie with everyone.
No, sorry, Mark Krosner.
Sorry, I didn't know, but I know of Code Orange. I didn't know if they were the ones that did the original theme song or the Fiends theme. One of them, I'm not sure which one it was, but
I think they did the Fiends remix one.
I think
the one that he brought back was the rocky kind of version.
Yes, the very heavy one. I think so anyway. And I like the song. Don't get me wrong. I think the intro is fantastic.
I like that.
It's the bridge and chorus is like
the I think the mix isn't right on it. It's not loud enough.
They haven't got an official version out yet, innit?
Right.
Because like if you look on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, all they have is like just the one someone's like recorded it from.
Sounds like a demo. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it sounds like a demo.
What we need to remember is, in regards to it, we don't actually know what character Bray Wyatt's going to be yet. Yeah. So he knows. He might know how he's going to... Because like, obviously the original Wyatt family makes sense, yeah?
Yeah.
The Rock version for The Fiend made perfect sense. It's more scary.
Yeah.
For what he's done now, he's really got a character in mind, or many characters. Well, I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
So he's probably already knows for that break bit, I'm gonna do something with that character that makes it just work.
Fair enough. I think that's a valid
I agree,
point.
because I think as well, like, we don't know, because I'm the same, that beginning bit, the piano Excellent. Beginning bit, I think is wicked, man. And it's like proper like entrancey, like how it starts picking up and it's like he's coming, like sort of thing. But I'm saying, like, could this even just be Bray Wyatt's, like, he's saying that like this is him, like when he's speaking in the ring at the moment, he's saying, this is me, you've never met this version, this is like me, just me. Is this his music? If he then starts being Uncle Howdy, is he going to have completely different music?
Yeah, maybe.
Is it going to be a different chorus bit? We don't know yet because we know the way he is. He's like 10 steps ahead, I think, all the time with everything.
I've in terms of the actual song itself, like I said, I like the song. I think it's something I'd listen to. Do you know what I mean? Like same with like Cody Rhodes' theme, for example. I don't think it necessarily suits him as the like coming out to it, but I like the song. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's just, I mean, my opinion, Jimmy. I
think it's a very cold song.
Yeah,
it's a great song.
Same band that did Came to Play for Miz, isn't it? Downstairs.
Oh, right, is it? I didn't know that.
Same band.
Okay, right. I like the Miz's theme song. I've always liked that.
I feel like the Miz is one of the only people that have like had that same.
Has he had the same
theme song?
Him and Shawn Michaels.
You must have not had it when he first came.
No, so we had the MTV like
since he's been
gimmick.
the Miz.
Since he had it, the first time he had it was 2010. I remember watching the episode. He was trying to move to Maurice. Little did we know at the time he was actually wife with her.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, listen, the Miz is an intellectual. I don't care. Jimmy bags.
He lived the dream. He's a Grand Slam champion. He's a movie star. He's got a fit wife. What can you ask for?
And when you actually deep it, yeah, because like a lot of these wrestlers, obviously they're just wrestlers and we know them. Yeah. But like I've seen Miz do like interviews on like ESPN, Jimmy Kimmel Jimmy Fallon. Like he's actually like maybe like a B or C list celebrity in America.
Yeah.
Like he's actually a big celebrity.
He's a reality TV star.
That's
what it is. Because I think their show does well. They've been on the air for so long. It must do well.
It does well.
What I'm saying. And to be fair, the Miz seems like a likable guy.
Very likable guy.
He wouldn't be a likable guy. He just seems like maybe he was. Can we swear on these things?
Of course,
maybe he was a prick at first, but because of his MTV character or whatever. But I think as a person, when he's grown up a little bit more and he's become a kind of a main staple in the main roster, he's probably he's matured up a lot more. He's doing these interviews like Mike's saying and all that, so I think he's probably a very likable guy. That's why he's made it as far as he has.
And I do think when he first started in WWE, he was a bit like he was a bit of a one of the first transitional wrestlers in the sense of like personality wise. So like none of the old guys liked him when he first came. They were a bit like, who's this little like immature. Nowadays you see it and they've got like up, down, down, which I love, which is like they're playing games. If these guys were back then, like all them guys like JBL and like them guys would have all hated him.
I heard when he started off, he wasn't allowed to eat in the locker room or something like that.
I've heard some stories like that. I've read something
some
about
stuff. Someone blamed him for throwing chicken or something all in the locker room and that. And they blamed him. But yeah, the Miz's story actually come to a bit of a head today.
I loved it.
Hey,
Johnny Gargano. I didn't
know
he was so funny.
I haven't actually watched Raw. So I don't mind spoilers, but did they reveal what the secret was?
Yeah.
So what was the secret? Tell me.
So basically, first of all, they done like a true crime documentary thing. It was hilarious.
Do you know like what's it called? What's the BBC? What's the BBC thing?
Crime Watch.
Crime Watch when they did a reenact match. Johnny Gargano did a reenact playing all the characters.
Right. Okay. So he was playing Dexter Loomis and Miz while Dexter Loomis was raping him, basically.
He was even playing Indy Hartwell. It was just jokes.
And then
that's excellent.
I thought Byron Saxton was brilliant as well.
Byron Saxton was in it. Jesus Christ!
And so basically, what the thing is, which I think is really good to be fair, is that the Miz has been paying him to do it, and it's all been fake, and the Miz is doing it for attention, publicity.
So Gargano's been in on it,
but no, Gargano found out about it because he
So
basically
Loomis is in on it then.
Loomis was in on it because he was getting paid. So basically, how they've spun it is basically like Loomis lost his job when he got released and that he needed money and that, and the Miz offered him money and that. So he done it.
Come and do this publicity stuff.
It's still not completely out yet. It's still not completely. There's going to be a follow-up.
That's where it's got up to.
And to be fair, I didn't expect that, and I think it was probably one of the best things they could have done because I was thinking, why does this guy keep?
That's a great swerve.
It's quite a good swerve, and it is. It goes with the Miz's. That's the cunty thing Miz would do.
That is fantastic.
The way they explained it, they were like, Brian was like, so why would Miz do that in
I did it for The Rock.
Still cage match against Bobby Lashley when he was going to win the match. Johnny goes like, it's not gonna beat Bobby Lashley and Steel Cage.
It's the Miz.
That's the Miz. He did it. So we had an out.
Yes,
So
yes,
it
yeah,
made
yeah,
him feel
yeah.
like, oh, I lost because of this.
Yeah,
But
okay, all right.
It's actually sick
And
storytelling.
also,
I think
it
that's
makes it
great.
more, it
It's
made
great.
it more believable, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
It's
he
something
wouldn't
to
pay
do.
for someone to jeopardize his own title match.
Yeah,
You would
yeah,
never
yeah.
even think that.
Of
Like,
course,
do
of
you
course.
get what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's. Do you know what? That's very Miz. And this is the other thing about Miz's character is you can do stuff like that with him. Do you know what I mean? Like you couldn't do stuff like that with like say Riddle or like even
Yeah,
Rollins
yeah.
and stuff like that. It just wouldn't work because. He's a celebrity character, like I'm famous, and celebrities do
Yeah,
publicity stunts like
exactly.
this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
So-
what's good as well is I think that opens the door for Ciampa to not like him when he comes back.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Ciampa can be like, "What?
Yeah.
You got me beaten up. You got me injured.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
your
yeah.
shit."
For this, yeah.
So now
Okay,
it's gonna
yeah.
be
No
like,
one will survive. If I hear that,
I'm praying he comes back to that music, man, because they changed it and I didn't like it. The way they
Right,
changed
right,
it to,
yeah,
to
yeah.
be honest. Like for me, the original. The NXT tunes are all better
Yeah.
than when they come up. To be
Fair
honest,
enough,
like,
fair enough.
For me, I don't know. Do you think any NXT guys come up and have got better music?
What again? I didn't really watch NXT.
Like even Keith
Yeah,
Lee's.
I
Remember
mean-
Keith Lee's on NXT, man.
bask in his glory,
Ah,
for
they
he is limitless.
And then they got rid of that, and I was just like, no.
Now,
Now
to be fair, his new theme song before we went to AEW was fucking cold. But
Or the Bearcat one.
oh no. The I was born to bring it. Tell me if you feel it.
This guy knows every song.
Yeah,
Jim
I
Johnson,
remember.
bro. This guy knows every song, bro.
Well, do you know what?
This guy's a
Actually,
producer.
Imperium's original music
That
I
was
really
fucking-
liked. You know what I mean? I really liked the original.
yeah, that's to be fair.
Excellent.
That's fucking.
But-
To be fair, even their new one's quite good.
This is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
The new
To
one
be
is
fair.
really good also as
It
well.
has the
'cause
same
it's-
kind of vibe.
yeah,
yeah.
He mixed the intro of the old one with like a new like.
Yes.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I think
Yeah.
worked with that though is that it's not something that's got lyrics, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they've got another hard beat, so it works. It's like with like Ciampa's one, and like for me that tune was
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the best tunes
Right.
for when you've won a brutal match.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was the one where he done the what's his finisher when he's got him on the back. What does he call that?
Oh, the Winged Angel thing?
No,
Isn't
that's Kenny Omega.
Hey, oh, whoa.
Whoa.
It's
That's
like,
blasphemy. What are you talking about?
Whatever it is.
This sex doll wrestler for. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Fucking hell, man. Dude.
but no, he's
We'll
That
get
was
to
haram
him
of me.
later.
That was
you know what I mean?
haram of
That's
me.
very
That's
haram.
That's
Come
haram,
on.
sorry.
Sorry, carry on, Giuseppe.
But you
Sorry
know, like-
for the interruption. You know what I mean? Jeez.
But you know, in like the War Games match,
Yeah.
yeah, Adam Cole up there, and then he goes through the table and he pins
Yes,
him,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
he's just fucked on the floor and he's won the match, and it's like no one will survive.
That was his NXT
and,
thing.
and
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
everyone's just brocked up in the ring, and he's just there like. I think that he just looks like so.
No, I hear
cool.
that. The visual was good with the with some of the NXT music. Like I didn't watch a lot of NXT, but when I did, I always felt like the music was more tailored to the character,
Yeah.
more so than just being a generic
Ricochet.
like,
Yeah.
Windows media player.
Yeah.
Fucking, do you know what I mean? Just,
Fucking
oh, I want to
Ricochet.
list the Rock. Do you know what I mean? And then this tune comes on. Do you know what I mean? And this is why Jim Johnston is a genius, because he would take
He
tailor
takes
every
effort.
song
Exactly.
to the
that's
artist, essentially.
Can I
Do
ask
you know
a
what I mean?
question? What happened to Jim Johnson? Like, what?
He got released.
Just got released, didn't it?
He got
Do you know what I mean?
released.
He got released during the release.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got
yes.
released a few years back.
think
though.
so, I
yeah.
think so.
When it first became like an annual phenomenon.
Yeah.
Because how old is this guy?
Jim Johnston's
Probably
probably
in the 60s.
Yeah, probably
Because
old.
he's still
yeah.
got a couple years left in him. If I was Triple H, I'd
bring
bring
him.
that guy back.
I said
because
this.
he brings back.
I
Honestly,
remember you mentioned this in the
honestly,
group,
like,
yeah.
if you go through like wrestling theme songs, yeah, like I could be on the roadside, yeah, singing a wrestling song for about a minute, just walking on
63.
the high street, yeah.
Someone will walk
and then
by.
somebody walk past and go, "I hear voices."
Yeah, exactly,
Like
yeah.
someone, people like, I don't even watch wrestling, but I know that tune. Like,
Oh, yeah.
do you know what I'm saying?
He's 63. He's still got 2 years left till he has
Hey,
to
listen,
retire.
that kind of talent doesn't leave you, man. Do you know what I mean? Even
Exactly,
if he was
exactly.
83, he'd still
Exactly.
be
You
able
can do those
to.
kind of jobs without
Yeah,
retiring.
exactly.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite piece of Jim Johnston music was The Undertaker's not ministry theme, but the one right before the ministry theme with the guitar riff in it in the beginning.
The Lord of
Prince
Darkness
of
one.
Darkness theme. Yeah.
Lord of Dark-
It was
Yeah.
just.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guitar
yes.
is amazing. That was the kind of stuff. It was like, do you know what? When this guy comes out and that guitar plays, even the Rock's music, yeah, like
When
the
he
Rock's
changed it
Hollywood
slightly,
music.
when he changed it slightly, Little changes he makes.
little changes he makes, and it's a whole new theme song. It's like, oh my, but yeah. Anyways, I
think theme songs are one of the best things about wrestling.
Oh yeah.
And also that reminded me. I was thinking the other day about another trope that cracks me up when we were talking about it. Yeah. When like someone's best mate is getting the shit kicked out of them, and they've obviously told them, "Play my music." I'm running out to save my friend.
He's like, 1, 2, now.
Yeah, he's getting beaten up, but you need to play the tune first. Fucking, do you know what I mean?
You gotta let the whole world know that I'm coming out.
Or even the distraction when it's like, wait, he looks like he's about to win. Play my music now. I couldn't even. Oh my god, is that his Ops music? That's his Ops song.
Speaking,
he can't win the match anymore.
I wanna come back to that trope, but just staying with theme songs. If you guys haven't seen the early Road Warriors stuff, yeah, because Road Warriors is like my favorite tag team. Like I just go back and watch old Road Warriors stuff. So before that, they used to come out to Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
Yes,
with the black spikes and all that, and in the things like NWA and stuff. No, that's Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water. Iron Man is a. They used to come out to that, and the crowd would just hit the fucking roof. Like it was like. Yeah, so if you guys get a chance ever, if you look at it, the old footage, obviously it's not so clear, but there's like some old NWA footage and like USWA stuff or whatever it was, and they come out through the crowd and stuff, and it is just fantastic. Like they really set the bar with theme. Obviously they weren't allowed to use the tune, but back then it was cowboy country, innit? You could do whatever you want, but they'd come out to that tune, and it was just like that's where the Road Warrior pop came from, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? They would just so I just wanted to mention that little
that leads me for a question for you. These two can have as well. So what would be your favourite theme song that's made by Jim Johnston, and your favourite theme song which was like by an official band?
By band, okay.
What would you say?
So I've got two with Jim Johnston. One was the Hollywood Rock theme when he come back in 2003.
Yeah, I like this guy.
And and the other one was the Ministry of so the Lord of Darkness theme, the Prince of Darkness, whatever, Undertaker theme. By band, I guess depending on WWE, I have one in WWE and I have one in ECW as well. So Sandman came out to enter Sandman.
Yes!
And I only ever saw that once. And I was like, say your prayers, little one. It was just...
That's when the fans started hitting themselves with the fucking...
Kendo stick.
Kendo stick.
Yeah. So he came out, I think at one of the one night stands, he come out with that. And I was like, oh my God.
It was 06 one.
That's the one.
When the RVD John Cena one, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. And the whole tune played. And do you know what I mean? It was fantastic. And in WWE, I would say band tune, Edge's theme song comes pretty close, but his obviously the one with what's that band? What's the band called again?
Alter Bridge.
Yep, that's it, Alter Bridge. And his Rob Zombie theme song, I prefer his Rob Zombie theme song.
He knows.
I mean, never gonna stop me, never gonna stop. So yeah, that's mine anyway.
I love that song.
I'd say Jim Johnston. I don't know all the theme songs he done, so I'm gonna.
He did the majority.
Think of anything from the Attitude Era.
I think it's got to probably be. He done Randy Orton's newest one, right?
Mercy Drives.
Voices.
No, Voices. He didn't do Voices. No.
That's actually a band.
That's an actual band.
Mercy Drive,
Yeah. That's an actual band.
Well, I'm gonna have to think about that one. The band one, it's got to be Edge.
Yeah, fair play.
Bridge.
Yeah.
And also followed up by closely to Triple H's one. The one was bow down to
King.
Bow down to
all of Triple H's theme songs have been great. If Motorhead was involved, the Evolution one was
Light in the Sun.
Disgusting. Do you know what I mean? But good. No, that's good choices there, man. I like that. You know what I mean?
But that's mine.
I would say, well, honestly, the Triple H ones, Land in the Sand.
Yeah.
And Game by Motorhead. When I'm in the gym, and that comes on, I'm putting extra plates on.
Yeah, trust me.
I'm putting extra plates on. I'm banging out.
I hear you. Yeah.
The Game, as in like the Motorhead
Time
version,
to
or
play the game.
or the Jim Johnston version.
On the Motorhead version.
No, so did Jim Johnston?
He did
the first one, innit? Yeah.
You want some? Some?
Yeah.
That one slaps heavily.
Talking about that as well, that's made me think really good positively about going forward with theme songs, because think about it. Did Triple H ever have a bad theme song?
No.
All his ones.
When
Evolution's one.
Wait, was the Butler?
When it was Hunter.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley, maybe. Yeah.
Even that for his character.
Yeah, for his character,
wasn't
it's
it?
right.
For his character though, it wasn't that bad.
Do I find jokes in the theme song? The most like comment on the theme song for that, it was like when it does like a little like bridge and it goes like a proper high octave and it does. You think it's gonna be like a mad drop, but it just goes to like the same song and loop.
Yeah.
You're like, where's the drop? Oh, it's the same song and loop.
Blue blood.
Do you know what? I don't know if this is a Jim Johnson or not, but Seamus' first tune. I'm assuming it's not.
It is.
No, that was that Jim Johnson?
Is that Jim
It is.
Johnson?
It is.
It is.
That's
my Jim Johnson
Rate
one
my
as well
face,
there.
Jim
I
Johnston.
fucking love that introduction.
Right.
Shave the thing.
I can
That's
fact-
the head.
fact check
I
this.
love that one. And do you know what? I've just realised I loved a lot that I didn't know I loved a lot. Now it come to me. William Regal's tune was actually hard.
Yeah.
It was Jim Johnston. Told
There we
you.
go.
That
Who
was
was-
a bad
I also like Eddie Guerrero's, who I'm sure isn't. It's probably a band, but
Yeah.
even
that-
like that's that.
Nah,
Yeah.
technically,
Jim Johnson produced that,
Jim-
but
yeah,
obviously had
yeah.
another artist on
But
that.
he takes the credit. So
Another one I've got to put in there, which is banned, obviously, but CM Punk's old one, man.
Oh, do you know, yeah, voice.
good tune.
Cult
Good tune.
Personality is just an amazing song because that. Do you mean like? Are
I'm
you talking about the
his first-
original?
I'm talking about his
right,
one.
right. Sorry,
the
yeah,
Fireburn.
yeah.
Through the darkest
Right.
that was
Okay,
Kill
yeah.
Switch Engaged.
fire
Fireburns. See, I know my theme song was just shit.
That was Kill Switch Engage, yeah.
Kill Switch Engage.
Right, okay, I knew that. Okay, I like Kill Switch Engage. Yeah. For me, Cult of Personality was his because Living Colour's a great band or whatever, and that tune was. I mean, I knew that song for years, but when he come back after he ran away with the championship for a week and come back and that song played, I was like, wait a second. And then he walked out, I was like, that suits him. I don't know why, but that just kind of
I think
hit the mark.
It's the way he did it as well. And obviously let the song run out for a minute or two.
Yeah.
And it was like, what?
Look in
what?
my
Yeah.
eyes.
And obviously the Cole personality,
Yeah.
that whole thing when he was just that renegade
Yeah.
character. Boom,
Yeah.
If it's fit.
Yeah.
It fits so well, man. I really missed that CM Punk.
I remember the first time he debuted us after Money in the Bank, and it was like the first 20 seconds the song was just rolling, and no one knew what was going.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like as a spectator, fortunately, I think, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Or you hear just music, and obviously there's no crowd reaction at all, so he's just confused.
Yeah,
Then he
yeah.
walks out like, oh shit.
And everyone just went.
I remember that day because I remember Rey Mysterio had finally become WWE champion. He was like,
Yes,
He's like, you're hearing booyaka, booyaka. He's like, I've finally done it, and they've gone. I'm just gonna give John Cena a title match. Even though you've gone through an absolute gauntlet, we're going to give Jonathan Cena.
Did the Hogan at WrestleMania 10? Was it WrestleMania 10 or when Bret Hart beat Yokozuna beat Bret Hart? And then Hogan come out and goes, yeah, don't worry, I'll take care of him. And Hogan just beat him in a second.
It's like, wait, Yokozuna's just had a match.
Yeah.
just taking the title
Leave
off him.
Yoko alone, jeez.
Basically what Giuseppe did to me, so
Yeah.
We love it.
I've got another question for you, actually.
Yeah, go on.
Who would you have dethrone Roman and take the belts off him?
answer very carefully.
That is a very, very good question, and one that I have been thinking about for a long time. Now, I want you guys' opinion on this. So there's a few schools of thought out there. One is Sami Zayn. Yeah.
No.
People are going. I think someone in the group
He's a
mentioned
very
that.
difficult for it
Let
not
speak,
being
let
Sami
speak.
Zayn.
Are you not like a Sami Zayn fan, or
I
do you
love
like
Sami
Sam?
Zayn.
Yeah, fair, okay,
I love
fair
Sami
enough.
Zayn. I love him.
That's fine. But one of the schools of thought is Sami Zayn. And there's another thing that I read today. Someone commented on, and I read through some of the wrestling comments on Instagram. And someone goes, Sami Zayn should dethrone him. They should kick Jey Uso out of the bloodline. Yeah. Actually, no, sorry. Sami Zayn shouldn't dethrone him. Roman should keep the belts. They should kick Jey out of the bloodline. Jey goes and calls Dwayne, says, can you come and help me out? And then The Rock comes back and whatever, and then they have it out. But in that scenario, I don't know if The Rock wins, but I'd much rather Roman keep the belts than that. Cody was another name floating around.
Yeah.
Yes. No, we're talking.
And I think that would make sense. However, do you see Cody Rhodes beating a Roman Reigns at the top of the food chain right now? I mean, Cody came back like it was a house on fire when he come back. Pops every night.
It's damn shame about this
But
injury.
yeah, no, terrible.
I think
If
that
anything,
yeah.
it might be a good thing.
Yeah.
No, fair play. I think that. But now, since Bray Wyatt's come back, for me, it only makes sense that Bray gets the belts because Bray lost to Roman. The Fiend lost to Roman.
Yeah.
So for me, it has to be that one. Storyline wise makes sense to me, but that's where I
I
stand.
think because a few more.
I see Mike shaking his head vigorously.
Mike did make a good point the other week when he said he thinks we should keep the titles away from Bray because I think that's what starts ruining his character, and I did quite agree with that. So it sort of put that on the back burner for me. I was thinking even Cody. The thing is with Cody is if he comes back and wins the Royal Rumble, he can like it will make sense for him to go and Mania and beat him.
His whole storyline was gearing up to that anyway, wasn't it? So.
If you do that and Roman beats Cody, does that make Roman like even more like people will be so desperate after that for him to lose it, and then you could give it to someone like maybe Big E or something like that.
I wouldn't give it to Big E again.
Not yet.
No, never.
And make them completely elevate them to the next level. I was also thinking, like, give it to someone that's like newish, that because I think that just creates a huge star. So either like say Bron Breakker, or I do like the idea. I know these guys will shit on it, but I do like the idea of Solo Sikoa being the one that beats him, and the Usos betray Roman for Solo because he's their actual brother, and they're like, "You've treated us like shit. This guy's our brother," because he's like the outcast of the family. They've made that clear in NXT that he's like the outcast of the family, the guy he was on the streets fighting and that. I think that would be cool. But I do get it that it's going to end up being someone who's already established, who's already big. People say Drew. I think Drew don't need it.
Question for you then. So, Karrion Kross, where does he come up in this conversation?
I think Karrion Kross will be a good one as well.
Because I'm really enjoying Karrion Kross right now.
I'm really enjoying it.
I think Karrion Kross, what they're doing, they're building him up to go up against Roman.
It's
just that you're building up like viable candidates, because at the moment you're running out of real viable candidates. Because obviously the Logan Paul in my head makes sense because it's a big fight, Dubai, money,
Saudi, injection.
Brock's been done, had great matches. You might be able to fit in a Bobby Lashley Roman maybe. I think again because Bobby Lashley is one of them big meaty men that can
big meaty men slapping meats.
And I feel like what you want to do, because I think Triple H is smart, is that you need to create like Roman level characters. Back in the day, when you had like obviously The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H's, Kurt Angle, these guys were always like them guys. But these times now you don't really have that. Obviously during the John Cena era, you had like you had that roster of Shawn Michaels, those main guys. At the moment, Roman,
Seth Rollins.
And maybe Seth Rollins, maybe you could argue.
Seth Rollins doing his main title run.
But you need to really push Riddle up there because people love him. You need to push up like...
for me, if my heart, who I would choose, if I could choose today, two names of who it'd be either KO, or to be honest, my real choice that would be Finn Balor.
Finn Balor makes sense.
I love Finn.
That makes sense.
I love Finn.
Because the way he's been pushed right now as leader of that Judgment Day. That actually makes... Now you guys are using your head.
See, for me as well, and you got that whole thing to tie it back to where I got screwed when we faced. I didn't actually really lose. The belt buckle broke for no reason.
That was such a strange thing. Like, it's just, I don't know.
You could do the Demon beats him, or you could do it just normal Finn beats him. But I think this new Finn with the belts will be one of the most beautiful things, man.
Do you know what?
The way he is, I love it. He's that perfect heel for me, like that of like slimy. I think I'm the best. No,
I'm a bad boy in it.
And all I want to say is, you need to split the belts.
Yeah.
Like, you need to split the belts.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with Roman continuing his Universal thing to have it for 15 years, whatever.
I think we discussed that, how they can go about it, innit?
You need to split the belts.
The best way to split the belts, is to give it to... The thing is, that's the problem with Finn beating him. Finn's a baddie. You've got to give it to a goodie that's going to be like, these belts need to be split. So he won't give it up, but they'll be like, I'm defending both belts on like every show. And then you can have like a few pay-per-views where he still has both belts and they're winning. And then you can have one where the first match, they just get fucked up.
Yeah.
And then you can have a heel in the second match, beat him for the belt and then it saves the character because it's like he got fucked up in the first match, like in the like last man standing match or some crap.
Okay.
That's how I would personally do it.
They should split the titles at some point. I guess the way they're gonna have to do it is either something like that. You turn Roman face, getting beat up one match, and then have a heel come out. Do you know what I mean?
I think the only way you make Roman face is he loses, he leaves for a while, and comes back like 6 months later as a face.
That's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think that's the way you do it. I think as well with the belt splitting as well. I think the only other way you could do it is that they actually merge the belts. Someone gets them and makes one new belt.
Yeah.
Call it like whatever, and then you release it. Maybe you get rid of the Universal. Maybe you
I would get rid of the Universal title. I just thought that was a very I still think it's quite a childish
so
thing.
you
for a
just
belt.
make it like the WWE World.
Heavyweight and WWE
Championship.
Championship. I mean, big gold. I mean, it's the best belt.
You know,
Personally,
you know what? Yeah,
Triple H loves big belt.
Back
Big
on
gold.
the
I really hope he loves it enough to give the fans what they want and bring the SmackDown fist back. Then we're
But I
talking.
also
Do you know what I
have
mean?
faith in him making a new belt and it actually being sick.
From what I've heard, they're making new designs for all the
Yeah,
belts.
they need to do the fucking tag team belts, man.
Yeah.
See, I would mix the tag team belts. I would never have them go separate ways again. I think you only need one tag team division in the whole thing.
To be fair, it worked back. Ruthless Aggression, it worked.
Yeah,
Having Raw and
but
SmackDown
the
one.
roster split wasn't like that back then, though,
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
At the
wasn't
moment,
really.
it's still
Yeah.
mixed.
Yeah.
They've basically destroyed the roster split. Like, I don't.
they have,
You
yeah,
know
they
who's on SmackDown?
There's a
We don't
draft
really-
coming up apparently as well. There's like a
but
draft
for
coming
example,
soon.
they
Yeah.
said Baron Corbin's now a Raw superstar because Rey Mysterio's
Yeah,
moved to
yeah.
SmackDown, so it's definitely a brand split, but it's just not on the front line. And before I go off topic, I need all podcast members to look directly at the camera for me right now. Yeah, I'm so certain that Logan Paul's gonna lose on Saturday. If he wins, I will buy a random viewer a WWE T-shirt they're choosing.
Well, no, because he's not going to win. So what?
I told you.
Where's the point?
I told you. That's
literally like saying, okay, guys. So Mike Tyson is going to fight a 5-year-old. Prime Mike Tyson is going to fight a 5-year-old kid fresh out of school, and he's actually going to try. Now, if this kid fresh out of school beats Mike Tyson, I'm going to give you $1,000. Yay!
I've got a better one.
No.
How about this one? I'll give any viewer £1 million, yeah, if the next undisputed champion of the world is Chris Benoit.
There we go. Look at your sense. Look at your sense. Nonsense. The viewers are like, you think anyone's gonna comment like, yeah. No. What do you mean Logan Paul's going to win a competition? That's a backhanded competition.
Can I?
This fraud.
I know they won't do it. Yeah.
My brother in
But-
Islam, hustling is haram. You know that. You can't be doing that.
you know
shit.
what, yeah?
Like,
Do you know what?
Like snooker, like Will Smith plays snooker. Like Uncle Phil plays snooker,
Yeah.
bruv. Look at this guy.
When my hand goes up, your mouth stays shut.
No, you don't have Maurice next to you, so that at work. Do you know what I mean? If you
But
had it,
can-
do you know what I mean? Anyway,
Do you know what? Do you know what? I don't think they'll do it because I think they have some like level of like thing for Logan, but I think that he should just get destroyed, man.
I think so
he should
too.
just get absolutely.
Do you know what? Actually, on that point, I'd like to raise something. Actually, as you know, wrestling fans, when you have celebrities come in to wrestle, yeah, you had like Bad Bunny come in. You got obviously Logan Paul, who is now signed as a WWE superstar, and he's training, blah blah, all that kind of stuff. But I've always been part of the school of thought, which should be if someone from outside of that world comes into that world and even fights like I don't know, pick like a James Ellsworth, right? Yeah. James Ellsworth is a wrestler. He's been wrestling for a long time. So you want me to believe that someone who comes in with the same weight class or whatever, for a celebrity or whatever, should be able to beat James Ellsworth up
Yeah,
when
I
he's
hear
been
that.
doing it for 20 years.
That's a trope.
Do you see what I'm saying?
a trope.
Bad Bunny came and started beating the shit out of the Miz.
the one thing
he
I
was
have
touring
to-
a month before that. He was on stage doing Latin music.
I agree.
So,
The only
me.
thing I'll say about that is I actually do think, that Logan Paul's the best celebrity to ever come in and do WWE.
So far, yeah, I do agree with that.
In the sense
he's
of
taken-
that has semi done it. If you could,
Well,
if you
he's-
want to
he's
count the
signed-
Miz or something, no. But like, if you're saying like that, I think like this guy's believable. This guy, Bad Bunny, weren't believable.
Do you know what? You say that, yeah. However, like when we saw the Bad Bunny thing, I was just like, whatever. Because we've seen celebrities wrestle, and most of them just do a punch or they might do a move, and it's like funny, like Donald Trump getting stunned, whatever.
Yeah.
All this good stuff. But I'm sorry, yeah. I know it was good they put him with Morrison, yeah. When man hit a Canadian destroyer,
You'll never let this go,
brother.
You'll never let this go,
Brother, man hit a Mexican destroyer. Are you crazy?
Mike has been talking about this. Mike has been talking about this for the last year.
Bro, I was amazed, and not only that, yeah. What I liked about it is what was even during the match they had him getting beaten up.
Yeah. They-
Actually taking hits. Like a lot of times,
absolutely,
the
yeah.
celebrities on the side does a punch.
I don't want to go into a match believing that Bad Bunny is going to win that match against the Miz, for example. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to believe that, but there was that little slight belief that he's got Damian Priest with him, obviously, or whatever. But Bad Bunny's going to get the pin. There was always that belief.
I do agree with the Bad Bunny one, but the thing I say with Logan Paul is, first things first, he's he comes in with the thing of like, I know it's only YouTube boxing, but he does the boxing thing. So
he's
got
a
that
legit
on his
wrestler as well. He's got
he's wrestler back in the
amateur
day,
wrestling background. Yeah.
And also like you've seen him now, like come on,
No,
man.
don't get me wrong,
For a celebrity to dive off the top
Yeah,
rope through an announce
absolutely.
table and do it so perfectly, I can't
Yeah.
lie.
No,
It's annoyed
Logan-
so many people that he's that good.
No, Logan Paul
Yeah.
kind of falls outside of this for me. Like I wasn't
Yeah,
specifically
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about him because Logan Paul obviously signed as a WWE
'Cause I was gonna say as
superstar.
well.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but in terms of like people that just come for a night and like
Yeah,
Snoop
okay,
Dogg's
yeah, yeah.
clotheslining my man, it's like
Ozzy Osbourne when he
I
came
agree
with
with
Sharon.
that.
okay, do you know what?
Because also
Ozzy
you gotta
didn't
look
get
at, like-
involved though, innit? Do you know what I mean? So
You gotta look at
we
it
respect
like-
Ozzy here. You know what I'm saying?
People might have said the same, like Brock Lesnar went into UFC from
Yeah,
wrestling and he went and won the world championship.
But he was,
so
like, he was an
so
actual like he wasn't a sports entertainer. He was actually wrestled.
He was a
But this is what I mean. But this is what I mean.
NCAA
So with
whatever.
like Logan Paul, for example, he's come in with actual like fighting experience. So
Yeah.
you can actually, it's a bit more
You could-
believable
yeah.
for him to beat someone.
Agreed. Yeah.
Definitely when like, I get what you're saying, but like certain guys like James Ellsworth, he's a wrestler. He's been wrestling for years, but he just gets destroyed by everyone else in
Great
the thing.
example. The jackass guy that beat Sami Zayn,
Steve-O.
right?
That one was stupid. Yeah.
Why are you beating Sami Zayn
But-
for?
Wait,
Sami
wait,
Zayn's
wait,
a
wait, wait,
seasoned
wait,
No,
veteran.
but if you deep it, yeah, like if you watch Jackass, my man has a pain
The man take
tolerance
hits. I hear
of
that.
1,000, and
I hear
he
that.
also it's also the idea of it was a gimmick match. Like,
Yeah,
gimmick
true,
to fuck.
true, yeah.
And there was like 18 of them that came to the ring.
That's true. That's
like
true.
18 or what? Like,
No,
cool.
sure,
No longer twisted. If I'm up against 100 kids,
Yeah,
I'm beating the shit out of 90 of them.
Yeah.
But
They might be
eventually-
getting tired of it.
Eventually,
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? I ain't got the heart for that.
Yeah, I hear
Eventually, they'll nab over me.
I hear that. I was just a bit like, yeah, I was so glad Sammy was in the celebrity spot at WrestleMania because I think he deserves that. He deserves the spotlight for that.
Yeah.
But he should have won that match. But anyway, sorry, I wanted to just
But,
bring that
yeah.
up because I've
Agreed,
always
though.
had this.
On Sami
Do you mean?
Zayn, I tweeted this the other day actually from RSS. Am I the only person that's still wanting to see the Sami Zayn documentary that never released?
I still want to see that. I still want to see that as well. Funny you say that because I was thinking about this the other day, guy. If they now show it during the Bloodline sort of storyline, imagine it's got something to do with the whole Roman thing. or
Yeah,
whatever.
I say that. Like, imagine
Ridiculous.
imagine he was to show something like a bit of swerve. It's actually about uncovering the bloodline.
Oh man, that would
If
be
that's a
crazy.
swerve.
Because the thing is as well, like that's why I think like the rest of them, like I'm on like the side of Jey Uso, yeah. Like, why would you trust this guy? Yeah, he's the master manipulator. He goes around saying that, and he's manipulating the whole bloodline at the moment. And Jey Uso is actually the only one that's seeing it for what it is. Why is this guy coming all of a sudden, yeah, and arse licking everyone? Like,
Yeah.
what does he want? He always wants something. If Sammy, from what we've known previous, what Sammy does is because he wants something out of what he does.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There could be a
But
little.
Sami Zayn
little nugget
babyface
there.
needs to return, I think.
It's coming.
I think
It's coming.
him
He's
and KO,
basically
him and
babyface
KO are
right
going to
now.
be the ones that dethrone the Usos as the tag team champions. That's,
think so, yeah?
I think that's
Give the
set
people
in,
what they
I
want.
think that's
Makes
set in
sense.
stone
KO's
No,
not been
fair
a
enough.
for what, has he?
because of that. Because that's what they've come out and said that KO is actually happily taking a back seat. Apparently, he's happily said, "Listen, I don't mind because Sami Zayn deserves this." Like
so
they're best
over.
mates. Like imagine like like a couple of us and you're finally getting like your dues in WWE and that, and I'm thinking if all I've got to do is wait a while, I've been doing fuck all anyway.
Yeah.
I might as well let you and do your thing right now, and then come back. But yeah,
I like KO.
I like KO
I
a
like
lot.
Sami Zayn as well. I know Jim Cornette doesn't really like. So I'm from the Jim Cornette school of thought, basically. Yeah. So for me, there's a lot of like, and this kind of going to another topic now, but with like all the AEW stuff or whatever, and I know we haven't touched on AEW yet, but here's the cue, right? So I listened to the Jim Cornette's Drive Through podcast or whatever, him and Brian Last. I mean, I don't think Brian Last is necessarily like a great commentator of wrestling, but what Jim says I can really get behind and believe. It's like, cool, this man's been in the industry for how long, and he's a purist of wrestling, right? So he made a comment once about Sami Zayn saying, oh yeah, do you know what, when I was working with them in Ring of Honor, him and Steen, KO, he'd always say like, oh, they were just so like, everything has to be this way, like, oh, they would ask so many questions and get annoying, this, that and the other. That's not necessarily a bad thing. And he was saying it from a perspective of, Jim Cornette just cussing him, whatever. But from that, I took away that, someone like Sami Zayn, the reason why he's still there, even through the Vince era of you could be on a chopping block at any time, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have remained constants in the WWE, and purely because they're so intuitive and they ask the right questions backstage, or they want to do things a certain way. And if you give them, like when they gave KO the storyline with Ezekiel, he made that gold. Like his backstage work was so amazing with Chad Gable and with Otis and stuff like that, mate. So those guys, they're so like, in my opinion, they're like staples of. I mean, how long have they been around in the main roster now? For a good 8, 9, 10 years.
I see the scariest thing today marks a decade since the Shield debuted.
Right.
That scared the shit out.
So it would
10 years since the Shield, bro.
Right back.
Yeah. How fucked is that? I was like, Jesus. I was like, oh my God, bro. I fully remember them debuting. Like, I'm like, that's scary.
10 years.
10 years.
10 years, man. That's fucked. Lots happened in 10
Shit,
years.
I'm old.
That's the thing. Again, like I say, with wrestling, what I was saying is that
I
the
had to
main
go
thing
home,
about
man. What the
wrestling,
fuck?
the main thing of wrestling isn't about winning or losing. It's about TV time. It's getting on TV. And those are the kind of guys that you go to them, oh, we've got a storyline. Who we can put in? We go, put him. They'll make it work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Those guys can make...
They're veterans. They're seasoned now. You can put them anywhere and they can just spit gold out of it.
Do you know what? I'd argue that, like, cool, maybe his role's a bit better now in AEW, but like, Claudio, Cesaro, he was on TV every week on like having banger after banger on WWE.
As a singles and tag team.
And he was, the bar was fantastic.
Yeah, he was losing quite a bit and that. He never got to the... But I look at him in AEW and he's not even on TV that much. And if he is, he's sort of like the back of the gang. Like,
well, I didn't want to say
you know
anything, but a lot of those boys that went over to AEW, most of them, I mean...
when they come back...
They want to, because they hated Vince. I think it was Vince that they wanted to get away from.
So I know, like, people like Keith Lee and stuff went over to AEW, and like I don't watch a lot of AEW, but you know I know little bits. I keep up to date with it.
Very carefully right now.
Yeah, I got to be careful. Do you know what I mean?
Careful, say what the fuck you want.
No, I intend to. Don't get me wrong. But like I know, like for like Keith Lee debuted or whatever, and then he disappeared off the telly for a little while. I know Cesaro, they sent him to fucking win the TNA championship, whatever the fuck he won, Ring of Honor, whatever, and. I like Cesaro. I always thought Cesaro was really, really, like, as a wrestler, a pure wrestler, he's really, really good. And he was strong as fuck. But to put the Ring of Honor championship on him and go, yeah, this is your first championship ever, you should be like... I almost saw it in his face that he was sitting there in those interviews going, yeah, it's great that I've won this championship or whatever, but you could almost see that he wasn't exactly...
He wishes it was WWE. He wishes it was WWE.
He probably wishes it was the AEW because it was like, I've come over to AEW to win AEW shit, but they've sent me to Ring of Honor.
Do you know what I really don't like about AEW,
Go on.
Because do you know what? I actually like AEW.
Yeah,
I actually like it.
You have gone on record saying that, so yeah, fair enough.
I actually do but the reason I like to take the piss, is because people see wrestling as like supporting football teams, and it's honestly, I like football, so I will watch Chelsea versus Man United even if I don't support the teams. You can watch other things and criticize other things. When I watch AEW and I see them have a big, it's this guy, whatever, and I'm thinking, this guy's sick. Let's do something with him.
Right.
For some reason, they put him in some dumb tag team or back burner. And it's like, well, because you're making your roster too big and you're having too many returns, too many big returns. What can you do? You can't have all of them in the main event. You have to have one big return like once every couple of months because it makes it big. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, even more than that. Once every 6 months, I would say. Do you know what I mean? Like
a brand new.
But there was a return every it felt like every week.
Well, it wasn't even a return.
They bought
it was
Athena.
a debut.
Yeah, they bought Athena. Yeah, and I like Athena.
I no idea who that is. Yeah.
Ember Moon.
Ember Moon. Right. I thought she was mid anyway,
but I quite like her because I love a finisher. So I'm like, this is good. I'm like, she can have like a good feud of TBS type the title, whatever. Yeah. And like, she didn't have a match for like 2 months, and she just come. And every single time AEW ends the same way. Match happens. Then they have a brawl, and then people come out to help them with the brawl. Who's going to win the brawl at the end? And I'm just like,
hella super kicks, hella Canadian destroyers, and then boom, golf.
The matches are really good, but I'm like, your creative team, I feel like the creative team are a bunch of Sete English 8-year-olds.
No,
Isn't
the
it?
Marks.
Isn't it
Still
creative
Marks.
team?
Marks.
Your young bucks and the man there or the boy bucks. You mean like they're the creative team then? No, is it?
I think
Tony Khan?
Cody
I don't
Rhodes
know.
wasn't Cody Rhodes involved in creative went back when he was
Yeah,
there.
I think I
so.
don't even know what's going on there.
And I know Tony Khan basically said he's taken over a lot of it, but in my head it's just boring. There's the odd thing, like I like Chris Jericho, I love MJF, everything MJF. But then apart from that, I'm just like the whole thing's just boring.
Yeah,
I think MJF is great. I really like
I
MJF.
can't make a connection with the wrestlers on AEW as opposed to, like, for example, I love Keith Lee in WWE, but I can't sit and watch him in AEW because I just don't feel that connection. Just because the programming, like, storytelling in WWE is a lot more in your face. AEW, they'll literally punch the shit out of each other for like 90 minutes in an Iron Man match before they get to the point.
Yeah. We're gonna go on to the quiz now because we're running out of
Before
time.
the quiz.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
before the
we
quiz,
are.
I want to talk a topic with
Mohammed Hassan, I want to talk about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got one more thing to say about
Go
the
on,
AEW.
yeah.
Sorry, by the way, because I was going to say before. So, I'd argue that currently the best stuff on AEW is the sports entertainment stuff.
Yeah.
MJF is pretty sports entertainment-y.
Yep.
Yeah, they make it real, but it's sports
They're
entertainment.
gonna kill you for
They're
saying
gonna
that.
hate you.
Yeah.
The Acclaimed is very sports entertainment.
Yeah, well,
The whole Jericho Appreciation Society is pretty sports entertainment.
agreed. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like some of the best stuff on there currently is the sports entertainment.
I think
stuff.
Orange Cassidy is sports entertainment.
He is.
Do you know what I mean?
Of course. Like, if
A
that
man
was
resting with his hands in his pockets is sports entertainment.
and it's like, how does this guy fight Wardlow?
Yeah.
No, how does he put a fight up with Wardlow? Wardlow should destroy him, but
Yeah.
sports entertainment. But yeah, that's all I had to say.
Just
No,
one
that's
more
a very
thing,
good point.
It's quite interesting. I was listening to something. Apparently, AEW, because they're on TNT, they're changing their thing to sports. So they're changing their kind of company to become a sports company. I don't know exactly what that means exactly for them. But
TNT's changing or AEW's changing.
AEW is because obviously they're trying to be aligned with like sports like baseball and stuff like that.
Right.
I think the
Okay.
content's going to change slightly. I don't know how, but I think it's going to be more sports related. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's just something that I've heard. So maybe it will improve. Maybe
Fair
I'll
enough.
actually, maybe I'll actually watch Rampage.
I do like it. I do like AEW, by the way. I'll watch it as well. So
Fair enough. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen some stuff. But
That is
what you wanted to
giving
say?
I'm not racist, my
your-
friend's black vibes.
Oh no, there was something about Mohammed Hussein. We're going to discuss
Mohammed
Hussein. Because obviously Mohammed Hassan was not even a Muslim.
he's a
Canadian.
Italian dude.
He's like a
No,
Canadian
look, the
Italian,
only
innit?
point, I know we're running out of time, whatever, but the only point I wanted to make on Mohammed Hassan was that he was actually making sense, when he was coming out and saying, this town is full of racists. Okay, you look at me, I walk through an airport, you think I'm a terrorist, this, that, and the other. The guy was making sense, and he was getting
he wasn't
booed.
wrong.
Yeah.
He wasn't
They
wrong.
went, hey, you're Asian.
It wasn't
Brother.
even wrong.
This boy was getting booed for telling you exactly what you're doing to me right now is why I'm saying this stuff, right? But then obviously Vince went off the reservation, made him a terrorist, blah blah, because obviously whatever.
I
Right?
can't lie,
But
You're gonna say the other thing.
no, I mean, like even that stuff was funny to me because obviously watching it as someone, we've got a Muslim representing us. Because at the time I thought Mohammed Hassan was actually some Arab dude named Mohammed Hassan. Do you see what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, these guys from the Al Qaeda come out and carry the Undertaker away. And I'm just like, oh shit, okay, this is getting a bit weird now because even that's not representative of me. He was representative of me last week, but now he's not representing me. Now he's representing them, Bin Laden and them man there. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't want nothing to do with that.
It just gets dark. One episode, it was like, it's just like, wait.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just it was a slow, but and then obviously like when you hear the backstage stuff, how like he got a bit played around because Vince, obviously the TV station basically said take him off, innit? Because he's talking too much sense kind of thing. That's where they did the terrorist angle. Where they said, okay, now you've gone too far, so you got to kick him out. But he was a good wrestler.
He was going to win the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
They were going to give it to him.
Easily.
And then obviously 7-7 happened.
Yeah.
And then
they did that.
Honestly, again, this is hindsight.
Yeah.
I love dark humor. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. That segment when Al Qaeda ran into the ring and attacked the Undertaker is fucking hilarious because if you if you look at it in hindsight, obviously, okay,
You're looking to get cancelled.
I'm looking forward to this.
You're definitely looking to get cancelled.
I'm
But
looking
carry on.
forward to
Go
how
on,
you're
go
going to
on.
justify
You
this.
said you're going to get cancelled and you're doing a good job. Go on.
Go on.
because look at this, 7-7 happened, terrible disaster where people obviously lost their lives.
Yeah, of
Terrible.
course. Yeah, absolutely.
This man knew this. This man was aware that people had lost their lives.
They put a banner on the screen, guy. This is not. We apologise for whatever. I know the attacks in London. I was thinking, oh my god.
And then this man said, "We're still gonna go ahead."
Yeah. The show must go on.
And not only did ISIS or the Al Qaeda, who was back in the time? I think it was
Al Qaeda. Yeah.
Not only did Al Qaeda jump into the ring, to attack Undertaker. They put him on like some cross. And I know
They mixed religions. They mixed the religions. It's like, bro, like, you're not supposed to be
They
Muslims.
mixed the religions,
What are you doing?
And I know there's some crazy at home, like redneck, like white trash that's like, what's that cross I put on? Is that a Muslim cross? Like, get that now. Get the Al Qaeda's in the WWE. They put a Muslim cross on my TV set. Nah, rebel. That's what I'm trying to tell you about these Muslims. They put in crosses.
We need to do a whole episode on Muhammad Hassan, basically. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But-
We just need a new Muslim in WWE. That's what we need.
God. Oh, but yeah. Well, Mustafa Ali is obviously, but they don't. I'm waiting for them to turn him into a fucking terrorist as well. Do you know what I mean?
Mansour must be Muslim.
He's a Saudi boy.
That maximum male model thing, that's not very hilarious.
That was hilarious.
So
oh
funny.
my god, it wasn't halal at all. It's mad haram, but it was.
Well, he was wearing as well.
So fun, yeah. I was thinking, bro, that man from Jeddah allowed you to do this. Like, Vince must have pulled in Saudi, bro.
He's having bare fun of it as well, man. I love it. He's having bare fun, man.
But I like Mansour as a wrestler. I think he's decent. Do you know what I mean? But Mustafa Ali, I think he should get a little bit of a push. He's not over, but I feel like we need some representation there. And he's Pakistani. Yeah. He's an ex-policeman from Chicago, whatever. Yeah. He's got good foundations as a human being. Do you see what I'm saying? I think he should be put into a storyline where that comes through a little bit. Do you see what I'm saying?
He was on his way there, but his Twitter rants.
Yeah, they cut him off. You know what I mean?
Triple H just giving him another chance. He won a match.
Yeah.
Listen, look,
we don't ask much, but all I know is Nick Khan and Tony Khan are running the industry right now. They're both Akis, so it's cool.
You got the Khans, you got Sunak.
Listen, no, hold on.
I guess he's Indian.
It's not even about him being Indian. He's just not representative of us. Do you see what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is,
it's not about being Indian. He's just Tory. That's what like, he don't represent me. That's what I'm saying.
You know what? Yeah.
He don't represent me.
Does this mean that we can now say get out of my country?
Not yet. No, not yet.
There's still
the
country's still 81% Caucasian.
Do you know what I'm saying? 95 more like.
Before we find a way to actually get ourselves
let's not get
cancelled.
cancelled. Sorry, the quiz. Let's go to the quiz. Yeah,
we're gonna go. Yeah.
That was a joke, by the way, guys.
Oh no, it wasn't. He was serious.
He meant it.
I'm Nigerian. Like we have no representation.
Go back to your country. I'm joking.
Let's say go back to Lagos.
Sorry, the only person that can say that here is Jip, because obviously he's Caucasian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he's the racist one.
He's allowed. And no, he's not racist.
He's
Come
racist,
on.
bro.
Just because Bianca Belair is boring doesn't mean he's racist.
Welcome to the most must-see quiz in podcast history. Welcome to Quiz TV.
Quiz TV.
On the hot seat today, we have the one, the only.
Make poses with me.
Yes, we have the one and only. Make poses with me.
Muslim.
Let's go.
So I'll start you off with an easy question.
In order.
It should be an easy question.
Like,
Let's see if I can get it right.
I'm gonna know how easy this is gonna be once I ask you this first question. That is not really the thing.
All right.
Have you ever watched The Waterboy?
I have seen Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I've
Cool.
seen that. Yeah.
What is the name
remember the movie. Fuck.
of the wrestler played by the Big Show?
That's not really.
That's an
That's
easy
a
question.
fucking hard
You don't know
question.
it?
I don't watch the Waterboy.
I've never watched.
I mean,
it.
I've watched it years ago. I didn't even remember the Big Show was in it, so I won't know the answer to this.
God
Yeah.
damn, so I can't even. I've got to think of it. You go. I'll think of another one. By the way, it's,
No, that's fair game. That was your
it's,
question. I thought it was gonna be like a.
you would never get it. It's Captain Insano.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
I said, you know, so you didn't know.
Oh, we're gonna
Captain
count-
Insano does.
Nah.
Nah, we
You
won't.
wanna do another
I'll
easy
think
one?
of another one.
Okay, alright, fine. Give me a fighting chance, and it's my first
Okay,
time
this
here.
is your first
So.
time. I'll give you quite an easy one.
Yeah, go on. No, it's famous last words.
No, that's what Giuseppe said.
Yeah.
So,
Where did that come from?
I'm gonna get you done for defecation of character, bro.
Do you say defecation of character?
Defamation.
Defamation.
I'm gonna say, bro.
Listen.
Like what?
Libel.
Bro, listen, I'm
libel
tired,
slander.
bro. This has been
Yeah.
long.
Must have been a defamation of
I
defecation.
come straight from work. Yeah, I come straight from work. Leave it alone.
All right, Mike Henry.
Guys
Let's
like
hear
heard
it.
that.
okay, as you know, my name is Mike Henry.
Yes.
One of the greatest theme songs of all time was for Sexual Chocolate, Mark Henry. And during his Hall of Pain rendition, his song, Somebody Go and Get Her Ass Kicked. Someone go and get a wig split. Name the band or group that made that song.
Is it 3-6 Mafia?
All played.
3-6 Mafia live on tour.
It's quite
These
an
niggas
easy
on
one.
these
Yeah.
songs.
I was really very nice.
That was
Okay,
difficult.
I've got the easy one for you now.
Okay, go on.
Mark Henry had a sexual relationship in WWE.
Yeah.
This sexual relationship he had a child with.
Yeah.
What was the child?
Hand.
Correct.
Man, pray to Allah and he's getting 100% marks.
It's crazy.
Alhamdulillah, man.
It was with Moolah, was it?
May
No.
Young.
Mae Young,
Young.
that's it. Yeah. I get those two
May
confused.
Young got
Yeah.
cried by everyone.
She's
R.I.P. though.
Slush. Slush back.
Nah, like
I remember in
literally.
WrestleMania 20 when Bobby the Brain and there was who was it? Me and Gene were like backstage.
Oh,
with Mae Young
that's doing a thing with her.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yuck.
Right, so
Christian, your second one?
No, give me yours because I'm still
Okay.
clarifying in my head
all right, cool.
the answer of it.
Okay. So there was an easy one, which I think is a bit too easy,
Okay, all right.
and there's another one. So
Give me both.
okay. So the easy one is, which is the only championship Sheamus hasn't won in WWE?
That's the easy one.
Yeah,
That's too easy.
One US is one.
way too easy.
As in current championships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the only one that he hasn't won yet.
He's not won Universal Championship. He's not won the 24/7
No,
either.
Universal and World Heavyweight
Are the same. Right.
That's
He's a WWE champion.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Got it.
Like,
All right.
That's like up, higher.
He's
Yeah.
won, and brand split don't matter either. Yeah.
Nah.
Like he wouldn't have won like the Raw tag.
No,
team.
that,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
Off the table. Off the table.
Okay. All right. Cool. So he's won
I've
it.
given 2 clues in one
He's
Yeah,
go.
you've
won-
given too many clues.
He's won Intercontinental. He's won the US. I'm pretty sure he's won the US Championship.
We are going to have to speed you along, yeah?
Yeah, we have to speed you.
Okay. Sorry.
Take a punt in the
I would
dark.
say US Championship.
It's actually the Intercontinental. Sorry, Toby, I took your thunder.
Oh wait, he
dickhead.
has it in it. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
Did you forget?
crap.
No.
Okay.
No, as
So,
in,
do you know what's bad? This has been currently on programming where they're like,
Un-
is he going to be
Yeah,
Gunther
yeah,
for the first ever
Oh
time?
my god,
You know
I'm
what,
such
yeah?
a dickhead.
That question was asked by Jonathan
Can you borrow
Hagen,
your phone quickly?
so I'm
Just confirm
surprised.
some of my questions.
Like, and the second question
Johnny?
from Jonathan Hagen. He said this is easy, but in my world, this is a very hard question because this made no sense to me whatsoever. Who was the first ever Eurocontinental champion?
You're the European champion.
Eurocontinental champion.
Continent WWE.
It's holding the IC and European Championship at the same time.
Ooh, okay. It wasn't Lance Storm. Wasn't him.
I was thinking, this was his easy one, by the way.
I think the first one was Kurt Angle.
Just steal my thunder again, bro.
I don't know.
He
It.
don't
Like,
even
I
know
was
it.
going to say,
No, as in like, D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown.
Mike's spirit animal.
Right.
I was going to
okay.
guess Bret Hart because it was, yeah.
They didn't have. Did they have the? Yeah, they did have
I
the
don't
European
know.
Championship back then. Yeah,
These
yeah, yeah.
fucking questions.
Do you know what?
mate.
2 out
So
of
who was the answer? Sorry?
it was
D'Lo
D'Lo Brown.
Dilo, what is the Euro
He had the
So
European
you-
Championship and the
and IC,
Intercontinental
yeah,
at the same time.
Oh, okay.
First
Right.
person to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't know what the fuck that meant. I was like, what even is Euro? Is that even a thing?
Okay, all right. Do you know what? Shout out to Johnny. I mean, good
That was the
questions.
question,
I
yeah.
mean,
Okay. My question is wrestling related-ish.
okay, all right.
I love this YouTube channel by Seamus where he basically works out with other
Celtic
superstars.
workouts, yeah.
Have you watched any of the videos?
I've seen 1 or 2 of them. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're not gonna get this then.
Okay.
So, one
Ask
of
me
the
about in-ring shit.
No,
Don't ask me
no.
about personal lives
it
of
could be
wrestlers.
anything
That's a total
goes.
demon.
Oh, for God's sake.
So, one of the latest workouts is with Liv Morgan,
Right,
where they're doing a 30-minute bum workout, working their cheeks.
right.
During the workout, Seamus asked Liv what kind of music does she listen to when she works out. Can you name the songs she said she listens to when she works out?
Is that an easy or hard question?
Hard, bro.
Okay, good.
I'd have to have watched that. I haven't, so I'm just gonna take a punt at it. Does she listen to? Can you give me a clue? If I ask a question, would you give me a clue of it? Is it
Yeah.
an active wrestler's song?
No.
Okay, all right. She listens to, I don't know, fucking The Trooper by Iron Maiden. I don't know. Yeah,
Can I
well,
have a guess?
Of course you can.
Paramore.
Can I have a guess?
Yeah.
Slipknot.
The answer is sad music. And the answer I would have taken is, it's very strange. Do you want to actually hear what she says?
you said sad music.
Yes, do you want to hear what she
So
says?
it's not a song particularly.
No, it is a song, but this is the song she said.
Okay.
So if you want to listen to what she says, and then you'll be like, yeah, do you know what? A lot of you would probably like to obviously do bits of Liv Morgan, but after you hear the songs, like, it might change your mind.
That's one of the most hard questions.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I'm not gonna feel bad for you because the first one he gave you, the one I gave you was pretty easy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the most embarrassing thing about my playlist is I don't have a playlist.
Okay.
I'm like the only human that doesn't have a playlist.
So what do you listen to when you're working out?
I'll let Spotify pick, and I'll just go through, I'll let Spotify pick unless I'm feeling
I'll do
something
that.
very specific. But you know what? I do like to listen to sad songs when I work out.
Really?
Yeah.
Give an example.
Okay, like, the song from The Grinch that Cindy Lou Who sings when she realizes that Christmas is all a facade, and she realizes it's all like materialistic, and she,
Yeah.
you know that song?
I don't know. I got that. I remember the film.
Are you Christmas?
Stuff for the love.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Oh God!
That's what she listens to in the gym.
Wow! Shout out Celtic Warrior workouts.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Shout out
Check
to
it
Seamus,
out,
man.
Check
Do you
out
know what I mean?
Seamus' thing is brilliant. by the way.
Seamus is
Fella.
excellent. Love
And
Seamus.
yeah, that
you know
brings
what,
us
okay?
to the end. You
Two
done
out,
well.
2 out of 4. 2 out of 2 out of 5.
5.
Yeah, 2 out of 5. Okay. Do you know what? Appreciate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Thank you, lads.
You know, big up
Good effort.
Usman for coming on our show today.
Yeah.
It was very good to have you, brother.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
Nice to
no, I
finally
love
meet you,
being
sir.
here. No, nice to meet you as well, Mike. Obviously, pleasure.
This is a
as always.
wrestling podcast. Give me that. Yeah.
Go on. No, I appreciate you lads having me on. Thank you. Should do this
That's
again.
very enjoyable.
Definitely.
So
Definitely do this
and
again.
you know why you're on here and other people ain't? Cause they the twos
And
we the ones.
Oh yeah.
And one more
Okay.
time for the role for him. Muslim.
Muslim, Muslim,
Muslim.
Muslim,
Muslim.
Muslim, Muslim.
Look
And
at
we're
them,
ringside savages, and we want
the smoke. Also, comment and subscribe.
Forgot about that. You even talking about at the beginning.
You know what? Yeah. No, you know what? Yeah, I said it at the last episode. We forget to do that all the time.
Like, subscribe, comment below, and just look how we treated our guests. So if anyone
Exactly,
wants
man.
to be a
Yeah,
guest,
yeah.
hit us up.
Treated very
Yeah,
well.
we're happy to always have guests and that.
Be my guest.
So yeah, and follow our Twitters and that. It will all be in the description, and the Instagram and the TikTok. Do you want to take it away again, Toby?
Huh?
The end, how it's meant to end.
Oh,
We've done
sorry.
it, and it.
So we're ringside savages, and we want
want
the
the
smoke.
smoke.